Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online, our TOS Fed spin-off. So, in this mission, we are going to be doing the final mission that is unique and unique content to TOS Fed. The Battle of Caleb 4, I believe is actually how it's said. I always want to say Caleb for some reason, but I believe it's Caleb. So, Rogue temporal operatives strike during one of the Federation's greatest defeats. Stop them before a bad situation becomes terminally worse.
We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Okay.
Stay safe out there.
Is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux.
Okay, and I'm probably going to do the same thing I did last time.
We'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
Are you done, Daniels? Yes? Great. As I was saying, I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing I did last time, where I'm just going to pause the recording as we make our way ever so slowly across the entirety of, well, what is the galaxy map for TOS Fed. All the way down here from the very bottom of the Orion sector, all the way up here towards the neutral zone, Era sector. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording as we make our way over there, and I will see you all back once we have arrived at our destination, or at least as we get close. Okay, we are now very quickly approaching Caleb 4, so go ahead and unpause the recording, so welcome back. Let's see, what does it have to say about Caleb? A system of tactical importance to several galactic powers, Caleb is currently under Federation control. A Starfleet outpost has been built on Caleb 4, an undeveloped Class M garden planet. And of course we get a slow loading screen, or at least one that'll be slow to start. One is really going to be slow to start. There we go. God, that took forever to get started.
All hands, this is Admiral Garrett aboard the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Kongo standing by. Orders acknowledged. The Admiral is hailing the Klingons on all frequencies. No response. Got a Gemini. Klingons are making an attack run on the subspace relays. We got Daedalus, a Perseus, a Pioneer, us, Ranger, some more Pioneers.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
Yeah, that's not so much firing to disable. Can't do any more damage to that one. Don't know if I can do anything if this one can be blown up as well, or if it's Another one of the ones that has to be made impervious or invincible.
The Klingon formation is breaking. All ships, give chase.
Okay, you're at full health. Can you get blown up as well? Is it only that 1d7 that's not allowed to be blown up, or are there a couple of you that are like that? Not that it really matters. I'm just curious. Nope, okay, you can't be blown up. Pioneers are getting ahead of the fleet. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You're a much weaker ship. You should not be leading the front. Your job is to come in when the enemy is distracted by the big ships, stuff that can take a beating. You swoop in and you go and hit the vulnerable spots, or rather the ships that are vulnerable. For whatever reason, I'm leading the fleet now. The Yorktown is back there. I'm just gonna full impulse us to the destination.
Ship is under attack.
Or at least as close as I can get. To trigger the next section. You guys just can't cut through my shields at all.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah. You should be destroyed nice and easy. I was about to say. Oh wait, maybe you can't be. So, one more D7. Sensor, something odd on sensors, Captain. Reminds me of a cloak. Torpedoes on my mark. Fire.
Klingon ships. Decloaking? All ships, this is Garrett. Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute concentrate fire on the users. We need to protect them.
There's the Gemini. I try to escape, but nope, they're not having any of that. Rather than flying in circles in place, you probably should just do what I did. Just try to get out of there.
The mighty Federation has been brought to heel at last by the Klingon Empire. Those who remain shall know mercy in return for your unconditional surrender.
I thought Klingons didn't take prisoners, Core.
We Klingons can be gracious in victory. Though, should you wish to die in battle with honor, I will gladly oblige you.
I'm picking up a temporal anomaly on one of the Klingon ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen at previous Nakul incursions. They're trying to interfere with the timeline again.
Until we break out of this tractor beam, there's not much I can do, Daniels.
Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Understood. Beam us to the Klingon ship. And another slow to start loading screen, because of course Play some Jeopardy music while this thing goes. There we go. Daniels beamed us into a barracks, Lieutenant Commander. I'm not picking up any security alerts. Looks like we got the drop on the Klingons. I brought several photon charges along. If placed tactically, we can use them to disrupt this ship's power grid and take down the tractor beam. Good thinking. Let's move out. I want that tractor beam out of action. The door to the left leads to an engineering section. Good place to set a charge. Well, I'll take your word for it, Tarsi. Federation? How did they get aboard? Well, does it really matter now, does it? Nothing you can do about it.
This is the captain. There are intruders in the engineering section. Eliminate them immediately.
So much for the element of surprise. I mean, did you really think we would have surprise for long? Damn! The door is locked and we don't have their door codes. I think I can bypass it, but it'll take a little time. We'll cut it open. No time for anything else, and I don't care about property damage to Klingon ships. Science lab over here, probably only one on a ship this size. Another good spot for a bomb. Okay, well, let's cut the door because they locked this one as well. You guys were literally just told that there were intruders. You shouldn't be saying, what? Intruders? Okay. And they locked this door too. Knock out the sergeants because I think they have grenades, and those are honestly annoying to deal with. Well, let's set a sabotage charge here. Those charges will do some damage. Now we just have to find the tractor beam controls. Thought the point of those was so that we wouldn't have to find the tractor beam controls. We could just disrupt the ship's power grid, thus freeing our ship, because tractor beam probably is, when it comes to being powered, probably fairly low on a priority list, all things considered.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them. Now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you.
Wrong guns, guys. You are using the wrong
So
frickin'
you're
phasers.
the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects. A minor nuisance to be exterminated, swiftly and without mercy.
Your allies are using you. The Nakul aren't here to help you. They're just here to help themselves.
And in that way, we are alike, for we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I want in the Empire's name and use it to utterly defeat the Federation. And the Nakul? Should the time for war come, we will meet them in glorious battle. But for now, our goals align.
fighting core is annoying. Well, I guess not so much right now. More so annoying when you replay this mission at a higher level. Because this mission is just broken in that case. At least this ground portion is. Ouch.
A valiant effort, little fly. But it is over! Glorious!
And it cuts off. He was saying, "Long shall I remember this day." And another slow to start loading screen. God, what is it with these? Time to go free my fellow Federation ships. The charges worked. The tractor beam is down and the Kongo is free to navigate, but feedback from the tractor beam took down our warp capability. The others are still caught in tractor beams, though their systems are operational. If we free them from the tractor beams, they should likely escape. Helm, get us moving. Let's do what we can to help the fleet.
Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Well done. Thanks for the help.
That was the Ranger, that's the Pioneer. Lead to Yorktown.
This is Garrett. We're outmatched. Disengage under best possible power. Make for heading 265 Mark 10 at best speed.
Ooh, almost took you out of my shot.
Run while you can, Starlight. Don't get far.
Got that D7. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Well, they're struggling to punch through my shields, so they are kind of doing it, at least a little. Most, they're managing to get a little bit of damage just to bleed through my shields. Turn this ship around and fire a nice big full torpedo spread right at their faces. Let's eject some warp plasma. If they're gonna be right on my ass, let's pump the brakes a little. I'll teach them to get on my ass. Let's try and disable the Porthos. Shields have failed, and I don't have any power to shields abilities. Let's see if we can survive the 2 minutes.
Officer has the courage to die well. Coming for
The brakes again. And I'm gonna do command shield frequency modulation for the extra shield regen. We're gonna try and survive the 2 minutes. You don't get anything special for it, as far as I remember. But there's no reason not to try. I wish you got something special for it. That'd be a nice thing. Okay, let's relieve our rear shield. The brakes again. Engineering team. 30 more seconds. I think we can do it.
Below 50%.
20 more seconds. If I can just get base maneuvers up. Or deal with some of these enemies.
Target shields have failed.
Just to decrease the amount of fire being placed on us. There we go.
You fight like a Klingon, Captain. Now die like one. Come on!
I'm afraid you're dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech, but your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it. Believe me when I say it's better than the alternative.
Okay. Get to watch a whole bunch of videos going over the lore, basically. See.
Holodeck time can be reserved at the kiosk on deck 48.
At the Acolyte, taking them down with you. Now, again, I don't know. Maybe they do, actually. Never really paid attention. Okay, that's destroy many Klingon ships. I don't know what the hell that means, necessarily. Encryption days thing, okay. Yeah, that just says destroy many Klingon ships. I don't know if that's for surviving the full 2 minutes, or if you basically just get that if you destroy a certain number of ships that is tracked in a way that is hidden from you. But either way, let's go ahead real quick and talk to the logistics officer.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Right.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Hello, Lieutenant Commander. I've heard your recent accomplishments and would like to congratulate you. Yada, yada, yada. I'll go and get to you in a moment. Welcome to Earth Space Dock.
You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Roger, roger. Go ahead and deal with that a little bit later. We'll just go ahead and go through these first couple of things real quick. They're not necessarily unique to US Fed, but you know, it takes like a minute. Well, not even really a minute. You get my point. It doesn't take a lot of time. Welcome to my shop, Lieutenant Commander. That's a fine replica uniform you have there. Late 23rd century, yes? My compliments to your replicator. Now, if you'd like to update to something more this century, have a look around and let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Thank you. Quick, let's update our uniform. Lieutenant Commander. Real quick. Apparently, I didn't give you your rank things, and you got the medical uniform on, so you're not allowed to even do that anyway. Okay, let's go ahead real quick and head to Temporal Agent Philip Cray.
Welcome to the 25th century. We've been expecting you. Your new cover identity is in place, and Admiral Quinn's expecting you in the office behind me. Report to him for your orders. Remember, do not tell anyone about your status as a temporal agent. Your goal is to observe and correct, not to interfere.
Understood. And thanks. Quinn.
I've recommended you for a command position on board a ship of the line. There are several fine ships available for an officer of your caliber. Head to the shipyard to select your new ship, then return to me for your assignment.
That real quick, we're just gonna go and do all this starter stuff real quick, and that's gonna be it for this part. Well, I say this part. That'll be it for this series, rather. Like I said, I am. Well, like I said a couple episodes ago, I'm recording these last couple ones all back to back. But as I said back on the mission, I think it was the Babel one, start of that I mentioned, my plan is to go ahead and probably take a bit of a break from Star Trek Online content, so we will not be immediately jumping into the Romulan spin-off series. We'll go back a little bit later. Or we'll come back a little bit later and we'll go ahead and do those. But for now, that's going to be for Star Trek Online content. Obviously, when they release new missions, I will come back and record those new missions on my Let's Play main. But beyond that, I don't plan to start up another Star Trek Online series, at least for a little bit. Congratulations on your promotion, Lieutenant Commander. Admiral Quinn has cleared you to select a ship to command. There are several impressive vessels to choose from. Take a look at my store. The starships that are available for your rank are listed there. Okay, now typically my experience has been that getting your hands on science ships is the most difficult, so I typically, especially since tier 6 ships are scaling now, I typically just grab a science vessel of some sort. Go back to Admiral Quinn real quick, that he can tell us what our first mission is, and then, well, you guys aren't going to see that.
The shuttle to Saturn will leave at 0830 hours.
This is going to be the last part of this series.
I see you chose a fine ship with a top-notch crew, one of Starfleet's best. I hope you're ready to get back out there. A situation has come to my attention, and I'd like you to look into it.
Roger, roger. Okay, well, that is going to be it for this part, like I said. I'll take a trill. Let's see. Alien, a Tellarite, or an alien? Don't. I'll take the alien. Not now, not now. I'll figure out what I want them to look like later, maybe. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this part. I will see you all on my Let's Play main for Star Trek Online the next time that they release some new missions, or in just whatever the next video it is on my channel that you watch. But until then, goodbye, and quick reminder, I do have a Patreon and a Discord, links to those down in the description below. If you wish to join the Discord, that is the best place to go to see channel updates, because that is my go-to place for posting channel updates. And if you enjoy the content on the channel and you wish to be able to continue to help me support, if you wish to be able to support me to continue to make this content, rather, think about becoming a patron. For as little as $1 a month, you'll get early access to all of my videos, and it helps the channel out. But nonetheless, so I will see you all in whatever the next video it is on the channel you watch. But until then, live long and prosper.